In the golden age of the Vikings, when longships ruled the seas, and legends were born in blood and fire, there lived a man whose name still echoes through the sagas, Ragnar Lodbrok, known also as Ragnar Lothbrok, or Shaggy Breeches. He was a legendary king, raider, and hero of Denmark and Sweden. His story, passed down in the saga of Ragnar Lodbrok and the tale of Ragnar's sons, blends history with myth, a tale of courage, love, conquest, and one of the most defiant deaths in all of Norse legend. Ragnar earned his famous nickname early in life. To win the hand of the beautiful Thora, daughter of a Geatish jarl, he slew a monstrous serpent that guarded her tower. He wore specially treated wolfskin breeches, shaggy and protective, that gave him the name Lothbrok. From there, his legend grew. He raided across the seas, fought giants and beasts, and became a king whose fame spread far and wide. Ragnar took several wives, but none more important than Aslog, also called Kraka, the secret daughter of the hero Sigurd, and the Valkyrie Brynhildr. With Aslog he fathered legendary sons who would shape history. Ivar the Boneless, Bjorn Ironside, Sigurd Snake in the Eye, Hvitserk, and others. These sons grew into mighty warriors and raiders in their own right. As Ragnar grew older, his sons' exploits began to overshadow his own. Determined to prove he was still the greatest, Ragnar made a bold, some would say reckless, decision. He would conquer England. With only 2 ships. With a small band of loyal men, Ragnar sailed to Northumbria. At first, his raids brought terror and plunder, but King Ælla of Northumbria gathered a massive army. In the fierce battle that followed, Ragnar's forces were overwhelmed. Though his enchanted silk shirt, a gift from Aslog that no weapon could pierce, protected him, he was eventually captured alive. Brought before King Ælla in chains, Ragnar stood defiant. Ælla, enraged by the devastation Ragnar had caused, sentenced him to a gruesome death. He would be thrown into a pit of venomous snakes. According to the saga, so Ragnar was let down into a serpent pit, and he sat there a long time while none of the snakes would bite him. And some people said, "This is a great man. No weapons would bite him today, and now the serpents will not bite him." Even the snakes seemed to respect his greatness. But Ælla knew of the protective shirt. He ordered Ragnar stripped naked. The moment the enchanted garment was removed, the snakes attacked in a frenzy. As the venomous fangs sank into his flesh, Ragnar did not scream or beg. Instead, he began to sing his death song, the famous Krakumal, recalling a lifetime of battles and glory. He laughed in the face of death, knowing that a warrior's violent end would earn him a place in Valhalla among the gods and fallen heroes. With his final breaths, Ragnar delivered one of the most famous prophecies in Viking lore. He spoke of his sons and the revenge they would bring, how the little pigs will grunt if they knew how the old boar suffers. Or in another telling, the little piggies would go oink if they knew how the old boar died. Even as the snakes claimed his life, Ragnar laughed, defiant to the very end. Ragnar's body was left in the pit, but his spirit, according to the poem, was welcomed by the Valkyries. He saw Odin's hall waiting for him. "Laughing gladly do I die," he proclaimed, ready to drink ale with the gods on the high benches. When news of their father's death reached his sons in Denmark and Sweden, fury erupted, especially from Ivar the Boneless. They swore vengeance. In 865 AD, they led the Great Heathen Army across the sea to England, one of the largest Viking invasions in history. The sons conquered much of northern and eastern England. They captured the city of York and took King Ælla prisoner. According to legend, they executed him with the horrific blood eagle, carving an eagle into his back as punishment for their father's death. Ragnar's prophecy had come true. The little pigs, his sons, had grunted with rage, and the old boar's suffering had unleashed a storm upon England that changed history forever. The Danelaw, Viking-controlled territory in England, would last for generations. Though historians debate how much of Ragnar's life is fact versus legend, his story endures as the ultimate symbol of Viking spirit, fearless in battle, loyal to kin, and unbreakable even in the jaws of death. Ragnar Lodbrok did not die quietly. He died laughing, prophesying glory for his sons, and securing his place among the greatest legends of the North. This is the saga of Ragnar Lodbrok and the Snake Pit, a tale of a man who faced venom with laughter, and whose death lit the fuse for one of the greatest invasions in medieval history. Thank you for watching.